And once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching our videos and tuning in. What we have presently going on is just using the box blade. The middle section of our meadow has stumps and trees and all kinds of debris in it. Um, and I tried picking through it by hand to get the stuff out of there, and that wasn't working so well. So I hooked up the box blade. Um, I know a few people said go ahead and hook up your bush or brush hog and just run through there and just chew it up. Honestly, I do try to take care of my equipment as best I can, and to me, that just seemed like unnecessary wear and tear on that piece of equipment. So I'm just going around it and literally just taking, you know, 6 inch bite into these mounds of dirt at a time, um, pushing down the high grass, pulling the box blade through it nice and smooth. Um, and my goal is to just obviously just expose the pieces of wood, expose the metal, and get that all out of there, and collectively get that together to get it burned. Because October the 1st is when burn season officially opens in Georgia, and there's quite a few people who get excited about it because they don't want to pay to get rid of debris, especially wood, and they store it up or pile it up or whatever you want to call it down there. A lot of people do this, and I enjoy it. Like it seems like through the winter time you smell the crops, the chickens, a little bit of flowers, but mostly pine smells. And I mean, it's not horrible. It's not bad. There's nothing like that. But in the fall through the winter, fall down there is way different than it is in the north. It's usually a little wet, but and it gets they think it's cold, but it drops the temperature drops a little bit in the mornings, but it's in the 70s and whatnot, 60s and 70s, throughout the day. So the the dampness is what allows the burn season to carry on. And when it does, I mean, it just smells so good. It's like there's a campfire going all the time, and it's not like smoky and intrusive and way too much or anything like that. It literally smells like somewhere in the distance somebody's having a campfire, and it doesn't stink. It's nice. I guess if you like that type of thing. Anyway, um, pulling this box blade and pushing through here is um, it's not the easiest way to do it. I'll give you that. I could probably rent an excavator and get this done in a fraction of the time. But why spend that money when I have the equipment to that I've already paid for? You know, um, Ginger and I have made huge investments in what equipment we do have, and so far everything we've purchased we use on a regular basis. That's just the if you're going to purchase equipment and then turn around and rent something else, it's kind of silly. So um, right here, all I'm doing is just pushing dirt in this area right here, and we had a piece of metal pop out and surprise us, and it bent the fan shroud on the tractor, which I had to later fix. But this became a pretty nice area. This was a huge mound of dirt, and I was able to work it out, fill in all the dips and the crevices, and once we get all this debris out of here, the goal is to make that there'll be a swale cut down through there to keep the water out of the actual wetting area. Um, but we're going to make that smooth and perfectly flat all the way across and start sowing grass and get ready. You know what I mean? Um, Grass isn't something you just throw out some seeds and in a couple weeks it's good to go. So it's a process, and there's going to be a whole lot more coming up soon. I hope you guys stay tuned for that. So part of the big news is, while I was down here, I met with a contractor, and they got their bid together. It's looking like we're going forward.
Now it's up to the bank. So thoughts and prayers would be great. Honestly, this thing started in November of last year, and it's been one train wreck after another, to be honest with you. We're being optimistically cautious, and we'll know soon. Hoping we got some great news. Project came in a little bit higher than we thought, but given the great leadership that we have with our country, and I ain't just talking about the president, I'm talking about everybody. Prices are going up, obviously, fuel, blah, 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 fill in the blank. And the trickle down of that is pretty catastrophic for us right now, but we get this built, there's not gonna be anything else like it. Nothing. I mean, there is, I shouldn't say that. There's one in Texas. But we're trying to take it up a notch. We made a few changes, using locally sourced lumber and locally sourced people. And here, I'll do a shot of the area got cleaned off. It's that's the parking area. I think I got it set up to hold 80 to 100 cars, actually. It'll all be gravel. And then I'll show you what's left of the place. Old Nellie Bell, actually it's right here. See this big piece of pipe? That was in that pile of stuff. Don't know where it came from. It came out, one end hit me in the leg and went underneath the seat, thank God. And then the other end went up between the fan and the shroud and bent the shroud, so I had to fix that. But you can see just that little patch. There's two little patches left, and they're full of stumps, and I'll get those out the next time. Ian really didn't do nothing here. I was watching on radar, and it literally looks like it bumped around Comer. It's amazing. But this pile of wood here, it's probably 30 foot long, maybe 6 foot wide, a foot high, you know, minimal compared to what we've burnt. Hopefully next time we get down here we can burn it. Hopefully Ginger comes so we can get better quality videos, because you know all these videos you guys watch, she does amazing work with that stuff. But here's the other part that got mowed over here. It don't really look like much, but I think back to 3 years ago, that oak tree right there, we had a chair sitting under it, and Ginger and I were taking turns with a walk behind bush hog. Oh my God. 5 days it took to clear just this part over here. And it was as high as that pile of grass is right there. And man, we thought we were walking in high cotton. We thought we'd done something, you know? But with Nellie Bell, the fuel guzzling Ford Power Master, and a bush hog from County Line, that I can't say enough good stuff about that. If you're looking to buy one, that's one to get. I mean, you gotta do maintenance just like you do on anything, but this side over here. So my goal is to get the middle cleaned out. And then this is just the meadow that's gonna be out in front of the barn. The barn's actually gonna go right in here. So when you come through the parking area, that's what you see. There's a few more trees to get out of the way from that view, but other than that, we're in good shape. So, you know, thoughts, prayers, good vibes, whatever you're into. We're leaning more towards the prayer part. That's what we need. I can't imagine we've come this far and get turned down by, you know, something like this. So, but if we do, we'll just keep chugging along. This is something that Ginger and I are passionate about, and all the numbers actually are starting to fall into place, and everything's starting to come together. So, fingers crossed.